Brexit deal to leave UK taxpayers still paying into EU budget. Boris Johnson delivered. Brexit Britain is not as independent as Boris Johnson promised it would be when he vowed to deliver an oven-ready Brexit deal with the EU, a political expert has claimed. Speaking to DW, political scientist Tanya Borzal claimed Boris Johnson has failed to deliver on his promise to take back control as she analysed the Brexit deal the Prime Minister has signed with the EU in December. Ms. Borzal argued that as the UK will still be forced to comply with some EU laws and to pay into the Brussels annual budget, Britain is yet to be independent from the bloc. She said, Boris Johnson has not delivered because he promised that Britain would take back control, and I don't see that Britain has actually taken back control. It is still subject, indirectly at least, to EU regulations. They agreed that there can be divergence but only as long as fair competition is guaranteed. And this is decided in the end by the EU-UK Partnership Council, so it's not decided by the British government. Secondly, Britain will continue to pay into the EU budget, so British money, taxpayers' money, will still go to Brussels. Less than before, but still it does. And Britain has no control over how high these contributions will be. We can talk about what independence means, but if it means independent decision-making, I think Britain will be very much constrained by what the EU will decide in the future. The Prime Minister agreed to a deal with the Brussels bloc on December 24. The deal has also infuriated some members of the UK fishing community, as the fishing agreement within Boris Johnson's landmark Brexit trade deal has failed to undo the disadvantageous arrangement faced by British fishermen for the past 40 years, according to the National Federation of Fishermen's Organisations, NFFO. The NFFO's chief executive Barry Dess told Times Radio, in some important aspects nothing has changed. Less than a month since the agreement was struck, Mr. Dess said, the agreement settled on the status quo in terms of European fleets' access to UK waters and marginal changes to quota shares. So from a fishing industry point of view, the disadvantageous arrangement that applied for 40 years really continues. Compared to the kind of relationship the EU has with Norway, which is another independent coastal state but isn't tied into these arrangements. So on the fishing rights front, nothing much has changed.